Are you a Grand Theft Auto player in the mood for a new truck, but aren't ready to pull the trigger on something expensive? Well, in this review of the Vapid Caracara 4x4, we'll go ahead and talk about that. I'm the Secret Pony, and this is the first episode of Secret Reviews. On-road is first on the score sheet. This will be the first in my GTA vehicle reviews, because roads are where you're supposed to be driving cars anyway. Speed is first on the on-road category, and this truck doesn't really keep up with a lot of the others, and it gets outclassed in top speed by some of the other trucks. For this, I can only rate it a 6 out of 10. Next on the list, we have acceleration. It's decent for what it is, but it's still slower than a lot of the other trucks that I've tested it against, and I can't really give it anything higher than a 5 out of 10. Up next, we have handling. The handling is okay, it could be better. It doesn't corner all that well, but it's passable for the players that know what brakes are. I give this a 6 out of 10. Speaking of brakes, we'll jump into that one next. It doesn't brake all that well on the road, as you can see in this clip here. I can't give it any more than a 5 out of 10. The total on-road score is 22 out of 40. Off-road is the next subject we will be talking about today. Because of the Caracara's class, we'll be focusing a little more on this. The Caracara is classed in the off-road category, and it does decently well in this. Speed is first in the off-road category. The top speed of this vehicle caps out very quickly off-road. It's still slower than some of the other trucks I've tested it against. For this reason, it's only a 4 out of 10. Acceleration is next, and it accelerates at a moderate pace, but not enough to get you anywhere faster than a speeding snail. As far as my testing, all the cars in the game aren't great in off-road acceleration, so I suppose it's fair. For this, I give it a 4 out of 10. Handling is next. The handling off-road is very similar to on-road. So long as you know how to use the brakes on the truck, it will be passable. Handling in the air, however, has a lot to be desired. It's very slow and hard to control, and can end up getting you stuck if you're not careful. For that, I had to give this category a 5 out of 10. And now we have rock climbing. It does pretty well when climbing up steep hills, but bounces off small rocks very easily, and with off-roading, it's very likely you'll probably hit small rocks a lot, and it makes off-roading a bit less enjoyable in my opinion. It does well in this, but not well enough for me to give it a higher score. I rate this one a 5 out of 10. Next up is my personal favorite, water crawling. This truck is very reliable in the water, and it does water crawling extremely well. A lot of trucks in this game do, but this one has managed to make it the furthest in my testing of pickup trucks. For that alone, it has a max score of 10 out of 10. And lastly, in the off-road category, we have braking. It doesn't really brake all that well off-road, it slips around quite a bit on a slope, and more so than some of the other pickup trucks in the game, and it scored relatively low on this test. I give this a 4 out of 10. The total off-road score is 32 out of 60. And lastly today, we have the customization options. There are 23 options when customizing the truck, only 15 of them are customizable. Those consist of bumpers, exhaust, fenders, grille, hood, horn, lights, livery, plate, respray, roof, racks, suspension, wheels, and window tints for you to customize. There isn't really a whole lot of customization in each category, but has more so than other trucks in the game, and for this reason, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. The total car score comes out to 60 out of a possible 110. I'll leave my build in the description down below, along with some short notes that I took on the truck during my time using it, if you care to take a look. So is this truck worth $875,000? I mean, there are cheaper trucks that would perform similar or better in some of the off-road tests. The Vapid Contender and Vapid Riata are priced $250,000 and $380,000 and have similar performance in some of these categories. So do I recommend this vehicle? Well, that depends. There are trucks that are very similar to it and perform very similarly. The Contender for rock climbing and the Riata for water crawling. For what you get with the Caracara 4x4, I think it's way too expensive and think maybe you should wait until it goes on sale to pick it up. It's a nice truck with pretty decent customization. That said, I still don't recommend it at its current price. Well, that has been my short review of the Vapid Caracara 4x4. If there is another vehicle you'd like me to review, please drop a suggestion in the comments section down below. Leave a like if this video was to your liking. It really helps me put more content out for you all to enjoy. This was the first episode of Secret Reviews, and I'd appreciate your feedback on it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.